Hello. You ever just stare blankly at the please stand by screen for several seconds? Because buddy, I sure do. Oh no. Oh no. Did it clear my controller got cleared. This is the summer of Skyrim after Labor Day. Not quite after dark. And we're here. Again. My bank is emailing me. Okay. Really good time. Let me check one thing real quick. Excellent. Okay, just wanted to make sure I wasn't screaming into the void more than usual. And yeah, we are not doing that. We are gonna do that. Make sure everything is good. Okay. I think we're good. I have not played this since the last time I streamed, which I think was in late May, early June, if I remember right. So yeah, I popped it open just to make sure that I had quests that I wanted to do when I wanted to do this like 3 weeks ago, and then just everything's been a mess. So it's been great. Yeah. So I don't know which one is. Okay, that's a. Okay, we're not doing the Daedrus. We're gonna. We're gonna return this horn to this nice gentleman as a start. This music's really extra dramatic. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, this is the beard, the gray beard, guys. Yeah. Welcome to the summer of Skyrim. Sorry it took so long. My computer has been making a noise that I can only describe as a hive of bees inside of my cooling fan. And it took me way too long to get it fixed. The computer's still under warranty, so that was rad, but still kind of. How do I play this? Jump. This is not jump. This is that. That's that. Is this shout? That is shout. Yeah, it's it actually didn't affect airflow. No, I'm not sure what it was that ended up being the problem. But also, hello, Mr. Skull. Hope everything is going well. We're gonna give you a salute. I also want to thank you for your help on a recent video that will be out hopefully next week.
Well done. You have now passed all the trials.
I remember doing this. I remember doing this quest.
To recognize you
Got a can here.
as Dragonborn.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Again, finally got my computer fixed. Still living that working from home life, which is rad. And helping all these older gentlemen shout at this rock. Oh. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those.
Dragon, we would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeard.
God, he's quiet.
Are ready.
Oh. I just watched some of the old stream and I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, I only have the first part of this shout. I wonder when I get the second part. I just had to finish the next quest. It's good.
Tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar.
Oh, I can move. Okay, I couldn't move there for a second. Okay. Hi, Diego. How's it going? This is Skyrim. A game I think some people haven't heard of. Just came out. Wait, did I not get another? Wait, hold on. I would say a game I have a weird relationship with. Okay, buddy. It's good, but I definitely think that. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say. Never mind. Skyrim is a game that I enjoy, but I've never finished it, and I never feel like I have a reason to go back to it anymore. I just remember my character's name was Dick Marchenko. Famed Navy SEAL. Okay. No, quests are here. Okay, so Blade in the Dark. Okay, Dangerous. Okay, yeah, so this one was glitched. Let's see if it fixed itself. So this is the... I play these games in a very odd way, it feels like sometimes. Yeah, so we started the Daedra quest, I think the last time I did this, with the dog. And he glitched out. Yeah. Oh, I forgot it came out for VR. I feel like that would be good, though. I don't know. I feel like maybe the kinds of people who play and rebuy Skyrim are like the kind of people who like want to be immersed into a world like this. I could be wrong. Oh, I remember this. I feel like I kept getting killed in here. This is good. I guess that was kind of Bethesda's thing for a little bit, was like taking their good games. Because they did that with Doom. They did a Doom VR game, VFR, or whatever it was called. And I just can't imagine just throwing up in that. Like, honestly. Nope. Well, that's crouch. That's not crouch. What's crouch? Crouch. Play video games. What the hell? Okay. Okay. I thought that was going to take me outside. What's the deal here? What's the deal? That's some serious commitment to the VR fiction. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, this dog is fighting these vampires. Here we're gonna that's gonna take us all day. Yeah, VR is one of those things where I'm always like, I should get into this. Like, I feel like this would be my thing. But also, like, I feel like I would spend a couple $100s on a product that would just make me like I don't get motion sickness, like only in like very specific situations.
By all means, let's hear it. It's the least I could do since
And I like I kind of wonder if that'll do it.
wish for my last worshippers. They were suffering so from vampirism and begged me for a cure. Then you came and ended their misery. I couldn't have planned it better myself.
You're welcome.
So, what's your heart's desire? What kind of deal can we strike?
No, I haven't. Yeah, it's nobody I know has one. And I'm never brave enough to buy one, because it's like, again, it's just like I really want to play like Half-Life Alyx and a lot of like the I'm just gonna
That insufferable pup, forget it. Request denied, no deal. I'm glad to be rid of him.
That's kind of the
Even
plan.
if it
Yeah.
does mean I'm stuck in this pitiful
I also just, yeah, in like the Star Wars games are something that I've always kind of been interested in, but
Well,
I'm kind of waiting for it to.
perhaps there is a way he could earn his place back
What
at my
is this guy
side.
talking about? I'm kind of saving it for like.
No
I feel like
promises.
there hasn't been like that moment, other than Half-Life Alyx, I'll say. Like I'm pretty like, I don't know, not hard to impress, but like,
There's an axe.
oh man, this guy's just talking and talking and
Incredibly
talking.
powerful axe. An axe. There's an
Okay, I
axe.
gotta set this down.
An
Okay.
incredibly
Yeah, I feel like
powerful
VR
axe.
is
An
just
axe
like,
powerful
it
enough
needs
for
that
me
extra
to have
step
quite
to
a
like
bit of
really
fun
like make me
indeed.
like sink my teeth in, because a lot of the experience I've seen, and this could be, again, this is from somebody who's never used VR, is that it's something that still has a lot of like games that look like you're walking through a museum a little bit. And like I understand that like Alyx isn't that, and like people really like Astrobot, and that's been the one that like probably got me the closest was with PSVR, was when Astrobot came around, because it looked like a full like game experience and not just like, you know, somebody walking around as Batman for a little bit. Again, it's purely from my afar, but I feel like the next big one that's on PC will be like, will do it for me. Ooh, I think I'm too much of a wimp for Resident Evil 7, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like games like Beat Saber. Yeah, I think is the other one, for sure. Where it's like, yeah, I could use it for like workout or whatever, but like, you know, how long am I really gonna play this? And then I had that moment of like almost like buyer's remorse a little bit, where I'm like, oh, I bought like this headset, you know, that cost me all this money, and then I'm like, well, what do I really play on it? Scott of Scott's Game Asylum fame has like I don't think it's a full VR headset. Like, it's almost like an AR headset, if I remember right. He sent me a picture of it once, or maybe not a picture, or like told the model of it or whatever it was. That was just cheap enough where I was like, if I was gonna do this, this would probably be the way that I do this. But I can't remember what it was, and he could still get all of the Oculus games. Yeah, I think Resident Evil 7 is still exclusively the VR is, but I could be wrong. Where the hell is the door out of here? There it is. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen the Alien Isolation mod, but I feel like that's another one with Resident Evil 7, where I'm like, I feel like that's extra terrifying in VR. Like, I don't know, like, again, like a little bit of a wimp when it comes to horror games, I will be fair. Like, just enough. But like in particular, like Resident Evil games and like horror games, like typically I won't play it like here alone in my little office space. I'll like play them on the couch with more lights and more, you know, like my partner walking around, so it's a little bit less scary. Oh, this guy's far. This guy's. I have not discovered there yet. Okay. Well, we're gonna do an old Skyrim classic, which is that. Again, I think if isolation, especially isolation in VR, is kind of like the early time where you're like on the ship and just hanging out, be one you might have to peel me out of, because that's Alien 1 is like, well, one of my favorite movies, and like I think that movie just feels really good. Just like has a good texture to it, a real 1970s tape decks and that kind of feel. I said that about No Man's Sky VR. Like I could see that game being one that I'd get way into for a little bit, because like even that game, even on PS4, like not VR, got me pretty good for a while. Yeah. What is that? Oh, he's strong. I've played a little bit of Oblivion, but not enough to get into it. I'm slowly being poisoned. I really enjoy what Bethesda, I mean, the newer Fallout games, I will say. Put it in a way that even 76 to an extent I enjoy. Okay, well that guy's dead, but I am poisoned. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the definition of an Elder Scrolls poser. I'm the definition of an RPG poser, I will go so far as to say. Because I'm like, yeah, I like RPGs, and I think about it, and I'm like, well, I guess I like some RPGs. How do I cure this poison? Is it gonna keep? No, okay, good. Oh, hey, it's Scott. I just realized that was Scott. Hi, Scott. Yeah, I think it's because I cut my teeth on a lot of these RPGs, like these kind of first-person-y ones that Bethesda did, and like I can't think of another example of one that I really enjoy. I guess if you count Borderlands 1 as well, where I'm very nostalgic for them. Yeah, the term RPG, yeah, it's almost meaningless. Ooh. I played one, I think I played a little bit of Daggerfall for a video. No, I'm not going to do that. I've been running into too many Magic users to deal with that. But I didn't play it on Unity, and I wondered, is that the one that they put up on, like Gamepass and stuff recently? Was that a Daggerfall Unity, or is that a fan port? Maybe it was Arena. I can't remember what I played. It's in the Project Dream video. But yeah, the term RPG is kind of meaningless. Oh, these fucking. Especially because when you have games like Far Cry, and like Like I finished Cyberpunk. Oh Jesus. I finished Cyberpunk in the break in between streaming, and it's like you can call that an RPG, but like it's not an RPG. I mean, it's not. Unless your definition of RPG is like has multiple endings and has a skill tree, then you're like, yeah, sure, I guess. But like really, it's like it has as much in common with like whatever Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft has been doing, where it's like, yeah, I guess this is an RPG. Oh, this dude's dead. Yeah, see, that's playing Morrowind with the same character for 2 years. Like, that's how I played Skyrim. Oh, this is gonna be like a journal, like. Ooh, that's some old. That's some old PC jank that you don't see anymore, I feel like. But yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because I bounced off The Witcher. I'm willing to admit I bounced off pretty hard of The Witcher 3, and I thought about going back to it after what I enjoyed of. Oh my god, this fucking dog. What I enjoyed of Jesus Christ. She's having trouble. What I enjoyed of Cyberpunk, and then what I feel that replaying this and realizing that what I could do better. What this game could do better, not what I could do better. Me, Todd Howard. But yeah, I felt like The Witcher kind of had the same problem where it's like I don't like having RPGs with voice protagonists and like the push button Mass Effect dialogue tree system. Like I played Mass Effect 1 after I played some of Cyberpunk, or after I finished Cyberpunk, and I was like, yeah, I can see myself finishing this, but it's like it doesn't feel like it doesn't grab me in the same way. I don't feel like I'm the character. Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, and that speaks to Diego, where he said that like RPGs are so scarce these days, or is kind of meaningless these days. Sorry, not to put words in Diego's mouth, but like loose. That's what he said. Yes, yeah, it's much more of like an open world game with good side quests, and that was my thing with Cyberpunk, where I was like, I think that it's a strongly written game, but like it's not what it was marketed to be, like by any means. Like I think that the quest design is good. I think that some of it's a little stupid, but listen, man, I can't remember how to change shouts. I think it's over here. But yeah, but I wish there was just like a little bit more to it. Like I kind of had that moment where I was like, oh, there's only. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that the thing is that I played like 15 hours of Cyberpunk, and I stopped playing and I started a new character and then went back through it, and like just how yeah, homie. Just how undifferent it felt, for lack of a better term, where it's just like this is the same, like with a different character with a different beginning. It's like, well, you know, I would want to, you know, when I picked a nomad character, like I'd want that to be more different. And like I managed to find characters that I felt like fit the role that I felt my character was playing as a nomad. But like Pan Am's arc, if you've played it, it's like really good. But like that stuff wasn't exclusive to if I just pick nomad, or like it wasn't like a faction system where like if I appeased the nomads, the corpos would get mad or something like that. Like I expected a lot more out of it, and a lot better like that kind of systems. Absolutely one of the best looking video games, and a very, very good character work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which still is like two different kinds of like role playing. I feel like I think that Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think you finished for the first time, which I was really excited for you because Dakota also finished it for the first time. It's a good game, and I feel like a lot of people kind of dusted it off because everybody was like, this is the greatest game of all time. Anyways, yeah, it's just like, you know, you're role playing as Arthur in that game, which I think is kind of interesting to think about. Like, you have to commit to brushing your horse and everything. It doesn't really do a lot, but like, you get more out of it by pretending to occupy that role as Arthur. Um, Also, very excited that you got a D&D game started, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a little bit. Been talking about it with some friends. Yeah, I don't think it's perfect, but yeah, I think that it's one that some video essays have kind of overblown a lot of its issues. But yeah, I think I would agree that maybe bloated would be the right word to describe it. I don't know where this is at, so I'm just gonna give it the old. Yeah, the Jakey video in particular, I feel like, is a little bit like the Plinkett reviews of the Phantom Menace, where it's just like, if you have a conversation with somebody and they don't like these, like, that's the first thing they go to. And you're like, yeah, like, I get it, like, yeah, that's fair, but like, a lot of that stuff is.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Perfect, exactly my shit.
All right then.
But yeah, I think it's a good video, but I think that a lot of the issues aren't as important as like they're made out to be. Like, Red Dead Redemption is like a game that like really wants you to meet it on its terms. And you know, and like sometimes that's not really a like an yeah. Yeah, it's like you can't. Yeah. Again, people are like with the Phantom Menace. People are like, oh, like name a character. Like they do like that little exercise where they're like name a quality, a trait of this character. You know, other than their job or their name, like for a Phantom Menace character, and you're like, and they always show like Qui-Gon, and everyone's like, oh, I don't know, and you're like, yeah, it's like when somebody walks up to you in the street and goes, name a oh god, that's a bear. Name a state with the letter M in it, and you're like, Mindiana, like, you know. Yeah, you might not notice if you're doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I think the mission design is weak. Or maybe not weak, but like very rigid. And then for a game that's so open is like, yeah. But like, you know, like there's that Doug video about like Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption with food. And like that's the kind of the same thing where you're like, you're getting two different meals out of these kind of games. And like I think that
Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
If they love me not, how can my love reach
Yeah,
them?
yeah, it's like yeah, I wish it wasn't as rigid as it was, but I also don't think every game needs to be like Breath of the Wild or something where it's like it's so open and you can handle every situation however you want to. You know, like not every game needs to be an immersive sim, and like you're getting something different out of that. Like I think a game like that can't really exist. Like that's like an everything game. Yeah, exactly. Like they benefit the character. I would agree with that. Like some of the like that's a good point. I feel like I wish that a lot of the systems. My biggest criticism with Red Dead Redemption 2 is that I wish that a lot of the systems did more, but I understand that they are so committed to that story and telling this story that's like again one of the, you know, you may not call Red Dead Redemption 2 one of the best games of all time, but like you probably would call it one of the best video game stories. Like, you know, certain parts didn't get me the way they got some other people's, particularly one towards the end involving an animal, but like other parts of that story like really messed me up. Yeah, it does lower the freedom. Yeah. Well, that's good. Some people wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I like one a little bit more, but I think it's just because I like the character of Marston more, and I'm definitely nostalgic biased towards it. But yeah, like the things like the camp and stuff don't really have a lot of like massive tangible impact, but I think that could be I think that that's excusable, I should say. I'm gonna do a little bit of a whirlwind sprint. Undead Nightmare overall. Every time it's on sale. It used to be on the like the PS2 games on the PS4. I always Red Dead Revolver a little bit longer every time. It's like Gun, like, nah. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of the missions are kind of in one. I will say are probably. Cat's freaking out there. Just as bad, if not worse. Where like I feel like there was a lot of situations in one in particular where it's like go here, and like. Not Landon Ricketts. The snake oil salesman will be like, go win this race, John, and you go race for a whole mission, and then it's over, and you're like, oh, cool. Is this guy gonna attack me? Yeah. That is a big ass cat. Oh, balls. Yeah, it's a little like Gun, where I'm like, I know this probably isn't good anymore. Like, it's probably not worth my time. That put me back way farther than I thought it would. Am I? No? Okay. Can I rest a little bit? Where's my... Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. Love a game where you can clean your gun, though. I will say. Gotta respect that. But yeah, I think that one in particularly got me into like that, where I thought that Rockstar was like, you know, perfect, like could do no wrong in the wake of GTA 4, which is a game that, you know, was the first of that kind that I really fell in love with. You know, it's 4 is one of those ones a little bit too, where it's like people will be like, well, and you're like, yeah, I guess. Oh my God, this lady.
So much for the constancy of mortals.
But I'm always like, I like it a little bit more than 5, and that's one I think would hold up. That's just me.
Not, how can my love reach them?
Listen, lady, I know I have this little orb thing that you want. Okay, let's see. This person can be like, oi.
Maik wishes you well. Maik knows much and tells some. Maik knows many things others do not. Yeah, I love I think that that game like cemented the conflicted, you know, guy with a nasty past that Rockstar does a lot of, but you know. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wondered, I saw you were playing the second Fatal Frame, Scott. I wondered, are you gonna, because you surprised me with the first one, the first review. I wasn't expecting it, and I was just like, oh, I was like at dinner or something, and I like looked down and I was like, oh, Scott just released a video. Like, he doesn't normally do this like without at least some notice. Like, it was a nice surprise. It was a really good video. Love a good short little review. Oh, this motherfucker. He was sleeping. He saw me. This bitch. Oi. Barbara says woof. I could see that. I mean, I don't think that they were necessarily bloated, but it's hard to sustain energy for that long, you know? I don't know. I've made 1 hour-long video, and I cannot imagine myself doing it again. I can't imagine doing it once every 2 months, especially. Right. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I felt like, you know, it took me almost 2 years to make 007 Legends, and it was like purely because like I'd be like, like I'm really into like working on this project. I really love doing it, and then you know, and I'm really into James Bond right now, and then it would like wane for a little bit, you know, like when I thought that was gonna be another one. I was like, there's no fucking way I can fight off another one. You know. Oh, thanks for the help, Balthazar. Yeah, a good video essay is like a fight and fight club. It goes on as long as it has to. But I feel like a lot of people here, that means 4 hours. You know, like that's something that people talk about at work a lot right now. And they're like, I just watched, you know, Quentin Plays' video or whatever his name is, Quentin Reviews. What's a 4-hour video about Victorious? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they gotta. You can't overdo it for the sake of, you know. And like I feel like with Scott, with your video, like your long videos in particular, like I would kind of watch them in chunks. What are you doing? Like, yeah, keyword good. Yeah. I don't know if I already said that. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, bonk. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, I really like, yeah, that's how I watch about any video. That's how I watch like every video. I'm not gonna lie to you. I pause videos and just like, cause I watch a lot of videos while working. Yeah, 7 hours. Like no, you know, I've seen Tim Rogers' Doom review probably like 6 or 7 times, and every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like pick it up in a little bit. You know, very rarely do I sit and watch that all the way through. Even when I'm like working and it's in the background, I'll still end up, you know, pausing it and to think and then forget about it for a while. Where am I going? I know where I'm going, but like. Oh, White Light's 7-hour of review of Death Stranding. Yeah, that's one where like I feel like the first hour is like really good, and then everything else I'm like, we don't need to do this anymore. Oh, that feels like an auto-generated quest. Never mind, I'm not doing it. Where it's like, well, yeah, I could. Yeah, unless it, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I think I watched the Tokimeki Memorial one in one sitting once, but that was rough, and I was definitely doing something else. It was over a work day. That's like 5 hours. I can't remember. Okay, where am I going? Okay. It's really warm in my office. I'm just gonna take this off real quick. This dog keeps scaring the crap out of me. He said woof. That's a. I don't mind long form content, but I think there are a lot of video essays that just take it as an extreme and make the whole thing excessively long when it doesn't need to be. Yeah, it's like. Yeah. I mean, I think this applies to a lot of content, really, where, you know, like. I feel like a lot of content, like video games. I mean, I know this is touchy to some people, but like there's that old viral tweet where it's like video games are too long, and like I'm an adult, I work a job, like I'm tired a lot of the time. I play between 20 and 30, maybe 40 video games all the way through a year, and that's a lot, and I make a lot of time for it. But like I cannot imagine like like being like a game reviewer or something who, you know, like maybe not a game reviewer, but somebody, you know, like somebody who's like that's the only thing that they do, and like trying to juggle like where they don't write videos about it like like every fucking month like I do, you know, like I can't imagine like being somebody trying to play you know, play fucking, oh well, fucking the new Far Cry's out, but the new, you know, and it's like it's 50 hours. Well, it has to be because it's $70, and they're like, no, yeah, like. Is this I can't think of her name. I think I know what review you're talking about, Scott, but I could be wrong. If it's somebody you don't want to name in the chat, that's totally fine. I think her name's Sphere Hunter, maybe? I remember that. Maybe I could be wrong. I haven't seen a lot of her videos. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing with like with Tim Rogers' videos, like the action button stuff, where you're like, yeah, like this whole middle section. Oh no, okay, good. This whole middle section is like, just about like Doom's impact on like the violent video game discourse, which I think is really interesting. But like, yeah, having something where it's like about another entirely different game that doesn't feel particularly relevant, like just cut it. Okay, good. It's somebody else. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that just comes from me just like, I went the wrong fucking way. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this just comes from me just like constantly like looking at other people's writing and go, you could cut this. It's fine. You'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, I like that part, but I think that I don't know. Like, I think that covering that video in its covering that game in its entirety, like from a cultural perspective, it's probably relevant to have that conversation, especially just because, unfortunately, like how, you know, teenage violence is so common. I guess for lack of a better term, teenage violence. Oh, I love how you can't rotate the goddamn camera to tell where the hell I'm supposed to go. Okay, well, we're gonna go this way and see. But yeah, I don't know. Not to constantly talk about my own video, but I feel like the 007 Legends one where I'm just like try to justify one certain game being in it or one certain movie being in it, like I think is like kind of the bad side of that a little bit, where I was just like, yeah, I probably didn't need to do this section. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I fell in love with Tim's content from when he worked at Kotaku, and he does like a really good personal video about his relationship with Dragon Quest, and it's disguised as a review for Dragon Quest 11, which is a good game in its own right. But like hearing him talk about how he learned Japanese through it and everything like that, like I think is, you know, a good way to talk about a game. Is it fucking up there? Yeah. Yeah, I was playing the demo. This guy looks important. Yeah, you okay. I was playing the demo of Dragon Quest 11 when I saw that video, and I was like, oh, like, I think like it kind of helped me play a game that was so long, was like hearing how important it was to somebody else, if that makes sense. Yeah, that Final Fantasy VII series is good too. I know there's like a clear path up this, but like, buddy, I tell you what, I can't find it. I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, well, we're gonna go down and around.
I was gonna say, I mean, I've watched his Last of Us video probably less than I usually do. His other stuff, but that's just because I haven't played The Last of Us. But that's another one where it's like I still like that video even though I haven't played The Last of Us. And I think that's a good sign for a video, I think. Oh, that guy scared the crap out of me.
Need something?
Got any
Take a look.
horses running into you, buddy? Apparently I have a lot of gold.
See you.
Okay. I think I'm actually making progress and getting to this. Haha. Personally, I feel like the video essay has become too dry for me. I like to take the piss and make my jokes, but when I'm 95 minutes into explaining the meaning behind David's Cage's right testicle, I need to change it up. Yeah, I think that's definitely fair. And, like, kind of why I wouldn't call what I do now video essays either, for a similar reason, where it's just like, okay, like, I know that I can do this. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, we're not making the same fucking mistake. It's up here on the end of this mountain right here, isn't it? Okay. I should have saved up there. I should have saved up there. I'm within inches of looking this up. I'm not gonna lie to you. What does the quest say? What does the quest say? Let me. There we go. Cobbins has agreed to take Barbara. Retrieve Rufal axe with Barbarous. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, I promise I'll get it this time. Nope. Auto. So is your way of changing it up, Scott, by... Oh, there it is. By doing these Fatal Frame reviews or doing shorter reviews? Or is it not doing the more video essay style? I won't name any names when I say this. I'll make sure to not. But I feel like there's a certain style of video essayist that's around now. And they kind of all hang out with each other, I feel like, a little bit. Where they're kind of all doing the same thing. And it's all kind of really, like, kind of floaty and wispy and personal in a way that feels just a little cheap. Like, there's no way that you have some personal anecdote, or not personal anecdote, personal story about, oh god, that guy's kicking my ass, about like every game you've ever played, you know. I don't know, maybe that's just me having a lack of worldly experience or something. God damn. I am fully on fire. That's where I came from? Okay. Hey. Hey, man. Oh, in the head. I think it's more that I don't care what people think. This is my view on X, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, again, the reason why I like your reviews is that they're not even close to being portrayed as something objective. You know, I mean, frankly, because I think objectivity is a myth more than anything. But
yeah, and I like hearing your opinion on games, even games that I haven't played or enjoy. You know, and I mean, most people in the chat right now do some form of review. Like, I feel that way about all of your content. You know, I come to you because I like what you talk about more than anything, and how you talk about stuff. But it's a little heart from the cult of the Cyber Skull. Oh, there's loot. There's a bed. Oh yeah, Transparency's reviewer brain video. Yeah. Yeah, I think I sent that to Dakota. I mean, I can't remember it super well. I've only watched it once, and I feel like I was doing something else, unfortunately. Oh, there's a lot of books here. A lot of books. We're going to the chest. We got some dwarven boots, make me look like Iron Man. A diamond necklace, some necromancer robes. Yeah, I like a lot of Transparency stuff in regards to just like their ability to what's the word I'm looking for? Like I think about their like objective review video a lot. Yeah, go with what you feel on the subject. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they pick on I think it's Dreamcast guy pretty hard. That might be in the Nintendo video, but where it's like, I'm going to be objective about this, and it's like, no, you're not. Who cares? Like, why do you have to be objective about this? Like to an extent, like, would I like a video like a Tim Rogers video? You know, if I'm going to IGN, like purely like based on do I want to buy this game? Not necessarily, but if somebody, if like. Yeah. The Dreamcast honest review guy. Yeah. No, I feel like what's the word? Oh, like so like I listen to the Weekly Planet podcast, and they review a lot of like bigger blockbuster movies. And like there's one guy on there, Nick, who like if he likes a movie, like I'll probably like a movie. And like that's how I feel about Tim Rogers a little bit too, where it's like, you know, like if I can tell that he likes a movie or he likes a game, like I think he thought Crackdown 3 was all right. I was like, maybe I will too, and I played it and I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's all right. You know, like I didn't hate it like other people did, and like I'm more willing to try something based off of the taste of a reviewer, but you know, if I'm looking for a video that's like, should I buy this? Like, I'll go to like IGN or Game Ranks or something that's just like, here's the gameplay, here's the kind of people that would like it, here's the kind of people that wouldn't like it. I think that has value as well, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, barring your feelings towards a piece, yeah, like, isn't a review supposed to be just, yeah, your own thoughts? Yeah. Keep pulling out and putting away my sword. I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I have trash taste, and so like I feel like if people are like, what's the word I'm looking for? How do I put this? Like if somebody's like, there is nobody who will like this thing, like I probably don't trust them, because like I had a friend who used to say a lot that the worst movie you have ever seen the worst movie you have ever seen is somebody's favorite movie. And like I think that's really like, I think that has a lot of value in like the criticism sphere where it's like, yeah, this is absolute dog shit, but somebody really likes that, and that's fine. They're allowed to like that. Like, yeah, You got your big. You got your mouth open. You got your gas. You got one of these. Part of my day job is getting assets for those kinds of thumbnails. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fine. But yeah, it always feels a little bit more manufactured than you think it does. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's why I gravitate towards if I'm like I'll listen to like Giant Bomb to like get what I'm gonna play next. A lot of times with like, especially with like new stuff, because I don't play a lot of new stuff. But like that's a group of different people talking about it, if that makes sense. Like hearing different people's perspective on a game, I think is is more willing to persuade me on whether or not to buy something. Yeah, Dakota has way more trash taste than I do. Yeah, like a mannequin at the... Yeah. Yeah, Dakota is the king of trash taste. Every like 2 weeks I get a Snapchat from Dakota, and it's like... Also, hi. I get like a 5-part Snapchat from Dakota, and it's like, look at all the garbage I bought from the garbage store, and I'm like, cool, man. Really glad you got
the axe.
Simpsons
Oh
wrestling.
my God.
You know.
Splendid.
Oh, I think.
Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it? I suppose I could be persuaded to let you keep it.
Oh yeah, you only have Simpsons
only
skateboarding.
if you
Excuse me.
use
Sorry,
the axe
I only
to
pulled
kill
Simpsons games because I
barbers.
just got an eBay notification
Simple as
that all of
that.
my Simpsons games shipped for my Radical Entertainment video. Barbarous. Where's the little bastard gone?
And? Huh. You're no fun at all. Guess
I'm
I'll
not
have to
gonna
make
kill
my
the
own
dog.
fun elsewhere.
Okay, I gotta turn on a light though.
And with the pup back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me.
Oh, hold on one second. I don't know if you'll be able to see stuff, but I'm gonna give Dakota a ring and see if he'll
Yeah,
pop in.
yeah. Dog gets master, master gets cosmic X. Everyone's just
today
get
at
over here
8:07,
much.
we're gonna start a voice call with Dakota. That is definitely showing up. It's fine. It's fine. Dakota, are you talking? I wish I had a second monitor where you just... Cause I can't hear you, Dakota. This is fun. Hold on one second, gang. Well, that didn't work. Anyways, jazz break. Yeah, I tried to get Dakota on the horn, but for some reason my audio isn't coming through. The speakers aren't coming through. I had to change a bunch of stuff, and I accidentally hooked my Bluetooth speakers up to, or my Bluetooth headphones up to my.
Ah, that feels so much
This guy's
better.
doing stuff.
You forget how nice supreme power feels until you've been stuck in a
But yeah,
cave for a
it
few years.
didn't work out. Didn't work out. So I'm not sure
It's a
why. I
shame
think it's
you
because of
wouldn't
how
do
my
something so
mic's
dull
hooked
as
up
me taking
than my
back the
headphones,
muck.
but I could be wrong.
Quite the lack of imagination on your part. A lack of ambition like that really ought to be punished. Perhaps by turning you
Yeah.
into a worm.
Thanks
Or
for stopping
maybe
by,
a
Mr. Skull.
decade,
Good talking to you as always.
Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it.
I gotta
Got more interesting
I gotta-
deals to make anyway.
I gotta adjust my AC in my house or something. It's very warm. It's very warm. Okay, 1 second. My headphones are hooked into my speakers. I don't have a adapter for it to go into the board. Usually I don't have that problem, but I've had this problem with when I do Zoom calls for work before, so I'm sure it's something where if I restarted my whole computer, I'd probably figure it out. Oh, I'm carrying too much to run. What do I got? I got something new. Yeah, I don't have the 1/4-inch adapter to plug it in there to see if it would fix it. People here, 6 people are here. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Messenger!
I had a feeling.
That's what he gets for delivering messages, you stupid bitch.
What?
What up, y'all? This is
Yep, that didn't work. Sorry, I was thinking. That didn't work. Tried something else. Tried to get it to play back. Discord won't play back to me. So I'm not sure why. Might be how I'm hooked up. Also, let me know if you can't hear me. Let me check this. Okay, good. Yeah, not sure why. I'll get it straightened out for next time. Yeah, I was gonna say I am a professional streamer boy. I don't know everything. Once you add the board to it, which is the where my mic goes in, and then it goes to the computer via magic. I like completely lose my ability to keep forgetting to drop stuff. I completely lose my ability to like understand workflow and stuff. What am I over? I'm over 6 pounds. This guy weighs, excuse me, 9. There we go. Yeah, I completely lose my ability to whatever. And then you add the Bluetooth headphones on top of it, which I meant to check and I didn't. That all just goes to shit. I think it's the Bluetooth headphones. Hold on, one more time. It's been a while since I did this. I dropped it. Ugh. Yeah, I figured out what it was, but I can't fix it without ending the stream. And I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to remove that. See if that helps. Okay, we're going to do this. This is good. This is good. I am a professional streamer, and you can see, yeah, see, let's check. Check. Yeah, see, it doesn't play any audio back. That's the problem. And I've checked all of these, and it doesn't work that way either. So, bummer. Ooh, half the stream viewers on that one. That was good. Okay, so we are going questing at the very least. Okay. I'm gonna try doing this, kill the bandit leader with my sword. See how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Also, just so we're clear. Oh, damn. Did I get lost? No. I'm going to... I said this last time. I rewatched the end of the last stream that I did for this, and I was like, oh, I said, I'll do it Thursday, and then proceeded to not do it for 4 months. 3 months. 4 months. Oh. This is going well. It's going extremely well. My plan is to do this. Okay. My plan is to do this every couple Mondays, if at all possible, because my partner works late sometimes, and so it works out just a little bit better that way. Yeah, it has, yeah. I was gonna say, I think you messaged me, and were like, "When are you gonna do another one of those?" And I was like, "Next week." And then my computer started making the noise that it was making, and it took me forever to get it fixed, which sucked. Yeah. But I learned a lot about computers and a lot about NZXT's repair and build warranties. They're BLD warranties, and it's okay. It's just they make it really hard to get in contact with them. And I haven't received my money back yet. So they took a little bit of my money for the part, sent me the part, and then I sent them my old part back. And then they're going to give me my money back, and I haven't got it just yet. Will update if I don't get my money back, because it was like $80, but yeah. Thankfully, it was 2 years. That's all I have to say. But what has everybody else been up to? Part of what reminded me that I needed to play the rest of this. Is this really the... Oh, no. Kill the bandit leader. Okay. Kill the bandit leader. Part of what reminded me of this, that I needed to come back to it, was because I started Game of Thrones for the first time. I know how it ends, so I'm, but I just finished season 1. I did an edit for work that involved House of the Dragons, and I was like, I should watch the other show. I said I was going to watch it when it was all over, and then it's been 4 years. Why didn't I change it to Fall of Skyrim? Yeah, I thought that too. It's a much more fall-y kind of game, I feel like. Maybe that's just because I used to play it after school. Been playing The Last of Us Part 1 and remembering how far the second game has fallen. That's what I'm doing. Ooh. The Last of Us Part 2 is one of those ones where I'm like... I haven't played The Last of Us Part 1. But also I'm always like... I don't know. Like, I'm always like right on the line of like being comfortable talking about... Like it's a little bit like The Last Jedi, where like it's kind of a litmus test in some ways, where you're like... Where like there are legitimate criticisms, and then there are like some people who are just like, this game, like, I don't like this because it has, you know, strong women, and you're like, ooh, and there just like a lot of people will come out of the woodwork in really weird ways. I'm not saying that you're one of those people, Wyatt. I know you're not, but yeah, is that the remake as well? Is that what or are you playing the remastered? I didn't realize that was out, I guess. I don't know. I just felt like the discourse around that game got really bad really quickly and turned real dirty, like real gross and real weird, where I was just like, I'm never going to touch this series, I don't think. Like, just doesn't seem like a good idea. I have whirlwind sprint. Why am I walking everywhere?
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Ricker. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're...
Well, it's not Simpsons skateboarding, so of course I wouldn't like The Last of Us 1. Wait, what? Oh, he's all the way on the other side. Hold on. I want to discover Solitude.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogbeer.
Is there a door? No, there's not a door.
Positions. Sorry.
Yeah, I just... The dog one was not easy to get to either. I had to reload some saves there.
need to ask you to stop. That's good.
Okay,
Glad
buddy.
we straightened that out.
Yeah, I The Last of Us 1 is like one of those ones where I'm like, I feel like I should play it. But that's the thing is, yeah, they kind of keep releasing it. Because I have the... Oh, yeah, this is a bitch to get to. Oh, no. Where I feel a little bit like... You know, where it's just like they kind of keep re-releasing it. And I'm always like, well, I'll play it when the most definitive version comes out. And it's like... I don't have enough interest in it to do enough research to know whether or not I should. Or what version I should get, or like what's ideal. And I'm just kind of like, I know I could just play whatever version and I'd probably be okay. But also like, there you go. Yeah, I might just do the Dragon Bones in a second. This is Wolf's got anything to say about it. Wolf. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty new. I don't know if it's on the PlayStation Game Pass equivalent or not, but why it so far hasn't been worth? Because the only things I've been hearing about it is like why is this $60 or $70 or however much PS5 games are? Yeah, I was gonna say that for you in particular, Dakota, I know that's like really right when you got into video games either again or for the first time in that way. And you were always like no offense, but you're always like a little bit behind. I felt like too, to an extent. Look at this guy's face. But I mean 2013 was like the year for video games, I felt like too. Can I not go this? We're going this way. That's kind of how I feel about BioShock Infinite. Is like, man, I love Death Stranding. That's kind of how I feel about BioShock Infinite a little bit, where I'm like, I think I really like this because I hadn't really thought critical about media in a long ways. There are some movies like that too, like where you're like, oh, like you think this movie's really deep because like well, BioShock Infinite's kind of like the movie equivalent to like Shutter Island, I guess, where it's like you think this movie's like Donnie Darko, maybe? Oh God. No. Oh.
I need to ask. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Well, I mean, I think that my opinion of Ken Levine is a little bit more like, why are you a huge asshole? I mean, not a huge asshole, but like, a lot of the stuff around Ken Levine, the cut content in BioShock Infinite. Geez, Evan, say this eloquently. The cut content in BioShock Infinite is something that I feel like has now been like recontextualized since that recent thing from whatever his new company is, Ghost Key. It's not Cloud Chamber, that's the Firaxis people doing the new BioShock, where he's just like, he'll like come in and like shit on your ideas and like they haven't released a game for so long just because he like keeps changing the scope of it, and like that's not a way to run a business, and that's not a way to run a game studio, you know. And it's just like, we can watch, he can say that this was in here and it was implemented for so long, but like at the end of the day it never came out that way. And like, how am I looking to phrase this? And like, people have corroborated that like his over ambition is part of the reason why his studios struggle, you know. I don't know. Could be talking out of my ass there a little bit, but I don't put a lot of faith or credence in that. Yeah, there was a lot of story stuff. A lot of what Elizabeth was a lot of what Elizabeth was slightly different. I think that it didn't fall apart. The impression that I got was that it wasn't going to absolutely fall apart in its second half, like story-wise, because that game just like kind of buckles under its own weight a little bit. It just like it kind of becomes too complicated for its own good a little bit. And it sounded like it was going to have a little bit more nuance in the conflict between the Populi and the Vox Populi and Columbia, and not be like, well, there are really bad people on both sides, which is a big thing to say for somebody who runs a company, you know. Yeah, such a strong start for next to nothing in terms of payouts. Yeah, and it's one of those things. I have a video that I've been sitting on for a little bit, and it's basically like, will there be any more Shock games? And it's kind of like, it's hard to not be like, well, do we really want another Shock game of any kind, like a Diesel Shock or a Steam Shock, you know, something that like a Cyber Shock, like something that, you know, we have System Shock and we have Bioshock. I'm gonna say Shock one more time.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Yeah, it didn't need to be as violent of a story as I could tell. Yeah, I think that Bioshock Infinite is like at its most interesting when it's being a walking simulator.
I'm not going to ask again. Then I guess that's your last request, fool.
Oh, she's kind of strong. Yeah, and like, yeah. Yeah, somebody who would have worked for the Pinkertons probably wouldn't be, and seems to regret it, probably wouldn't be the kind of person to, you know, is against or conflicted on a massive labor movement, I will say. I haven't played the DLCs. So I was thinking when I did the Bioshock movie video that I was going to, you know, do play the other ones on the collection. And I was just like, I'm not. It's not. But that's always the one that I always wanted to give a try. But I think it was you that told me that they were super stealth heavy. And nah. Yeah, so yeah, the Shock video is just like, well, Ken Levine is like somebody who's so heavily fallen from grace, and it's just like, how do you, what's the word I'm looking for? Like how do you recover in a way that meets expectations in the same way that, like, you know, and still like reinvents the genre in the same way. Like even I'm almost somebody who's like of the mind that, like, I think Bioshock 1 is like one of the best games of all time, but it's another one that, like, if I get fucking stuck. Oh my god. Ah, shit. This is my fault. I did this to myself. But yeah, but I think Bioshock 1 is like one of the best games of all time. But like at the same time, like, shit, fuck me. Ugh. Yeah, but would you want that? I don't know. Yeah, again, maybe this is like a 2 online thing. I have to. Okay, I swear to God, I'm gonna get this goddamn guy by the end of this if it kills me. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little bit of one of those things where it's like, would people go all out for somebody saying from the makers of BioShock anymore? Like I don't want to be that guy, but we're old. Like, we're all, you know, 26, or like under 30. You know, and so like, and that game came out when we were 12. Like, even with having remakes, like, I don't necessarily think it's thought of in the same way. You know, I can't imagine it coming out a new a game that said from the creator of BioShock coming out and it like blowing the doors off. You know, I mean, that never does, to be fair. But yeah, the System Shock remake, they showed off some of it at the PC Game Show. It looks really good. Also, Night Dive has bungled stuff before, but never like anything. I mean, they kind of bungled Blood when it came out, apparently. But I think Scott could probably speak to that if he's still in the chat. Though I think it's almost after midnight from where he's at, so I doubt it.
Citizen, if
No.
you know any true
I said no. It's going really well. Is this the liar? Yeah, System Shock's always been one that I've kind of been interested in too. I think Dakota tried to play it and kind of scared me off of it a little bit, I will admit. But I have two. Yeah, Jesus, yeah, good luck getting to the bandit leader. I have two, and I wouldn't be opposed to giving it a shot. But I don't know, like, it's one of those games where, like, a little bit like... What's another example? I can't think of it. Where it's just...
Yes, Sarah? And what might you need, hmm? And what might you need, hmm?
Did I glitch her out? Oh, I glitched her out.
Yes. Never should have done
I can't remember what I was saying. I was talking about System Shock, but I can't remember what it was. Basically just that there are other games where like I guess like some of the early BioWare RPGs where it's like I played so many games that have been influenced by it at this point, like that I can't imagine that it would be like a comfortable experience going back to it without having some like weird expectations of System Shock 2 being like Prey, you know, or something like that. Which I think Prey is like the best BioShock 4 you could ever ask for, while still giving you like, don't go that way. That's where I got stuck. The best BioShock that I could ask for without, you know, while still giving proper, like, good, meaningful, emergent gameplay. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I just play one on TV. I don't know. Speaking of which, I bought Deathloop recently. I still haven't played it, but it's Arcane, so I trust them. Like Dakota, I assume trusts Night Dive. Is this guy gonna pick a fight? He disappeared, so it's fine. I think it worked out. stuck in the tree. At least if I get here and he kills me, I have the fast travel to get there later. At least like equal it out. I like having the dog with me. That was nice. I think I'm more curious for what the new BioShock will be versus just in general, like a general curiosity, than I am like what Ken Levine would do next. If that makes sense. Just because I'm curious to see what, like, a new iteration of what Irrational was would do next. This is going well already. Well, the sneaks increased. We're gonna do a little bit of magic. We're gonna get a little bit. We're gonna grab that unrelenting force. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna grab some flaming boys. Ah, this ain't too bad. He's a little toasty. No, we started this chat several hours ago. 2 hours ago. Oh, almost 2 hours ago. Basically saying like RPG is meaningless today, and I think a lot of that comes to how BioShock popularized a version, I should say, a version. Just let me sort bows. Just let me sort by bows. Long bow. We're gonna drop you. Drop you. I have 3 long bows just sitting in my thing. Like, it popularized a version of the RPG first-person shooter that just has, as a result, like, kind of, I don't know, felt a little messy. Okay, I gotta favorite this then. Like, how do I put this? Like a lot of like what Far Cry does, and a lot of like the skill tree systems and things like that. Like, I feel like are come directly as a result of how BioShock popularized them, and how so many developers in particular like wanted to make a BioShock game. Could be completely wrong. Again, could be a terrible misread. They could all be impersonating some game I haven't played. But that's just my read. I mean, it hasn't stopped video games from being rad, though. Am I right? I mean, I just got 12 coin. 12 gold.
Someone there? Over here.
Over here. Hey, man. If you don't mind me, I'm going to shoot you with an arrow from 2 feet away. And steal your gold. Thank you. A little bit of fire, a little bit of searching this chest, a little bit of potion of minor healing, a little bit of bread. Got some bread. We got a little sweet roll for my sweet roll. It's me. I'm the sweet roll. I feel like the skill trees are level up mechanics nowadays is, yeah, and I think that that's the problem. That any game with a skill tree or level up mechanics is an RPG, and I think that like if you level up, like maybe, but yeah, like Cyberpunk. We talked about Cyberpunk, how that's not an RPG. Despite having all of the makings of an RPG, it's really not. Oh, you're not gonna let me use the. Hold on. That is a habit I picked up from Cyberpunk though, is holding down the aim button and then moving on my controller and then moving my mouse with the cursor, like aiming with the cursor. Kind of broken, kind of a really broken way to play video games. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just feels weird and good. It's definitely how I beat a lot of that game. But yeah, it's like you know, Far Cry has skill trees. Far Cry, you're technically role playing and building a character, but like it's like Hitman, where you gotta get the clean line. This one too high. Got him. Everybody be quiet. If Cyberpunk didn't have the skill tree, I feel like it would have been better in the gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, it's definitely like a game that's like the opposite of Red Dead 2, where you're like, why do you have all of this? Like, just... Just be a game that, you know, that's a good open world and, you know, chill. Yeah, there was, yeah, and that's a game that's just like again, like scope creep. You know, just so many systems stacked on top of each other that don't do anything. Aww. That don't do anything. You know, it's just like the net running stuff or whatever. It's just like, I don't understand any of this. Oh, I lost my bow. All of that work undone. Got him. Yeah, it just... That game is one of those games where it's just trying to be everything, and it suffers in every way. Which is a shame, because I do think it has its good parts. It's well written. I think its quest design is bad and it's written well, which, you know, say what you will of, is that actually, does that make for a good game or not? You can hit this guy from here. Nope. Still hasn't detected me yet. Okay. Oh, I have the Forsworn bow. What? Huh. Okay. Nope, cancel that. Oh, I missed it. Missed it again. Got him. Yeah, I think that's something where I played I revisited Red Faction Guerrilla recently,
And that's just a game that has no systems except for its main like thing. And I think that's way more interesting as like a game doing one thing extremely well. We're gonna slowly pick some of these guys off. We're gonna do some light saves coming. Just because I don't want to die and then have to do all of this again. You know, I could just. You know, like that. They're all coming through here. I picked up a longbow. I picked up a longbow and now I can't run. Drop. I have one orcish arrow. You need dropped. You need all of you need dropped. Do one of these. Yeah, they're over there. Okay. Yeah, smashing giant buildings with a yeah, but like that game does. Yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, and I think that that's the thing is like it doesn't try to be anything else. Like it's like, no, I am this game, which is.
Thought I heard something.
Buddy, didn't we already do this? You know, it's so loudly that. I'm gonna behead this guy. Okay. And it's so unashamed to be that. Whereas like Cyberpunk or any other game like now is like I have to be 19 different things or people won't think I'm worth $60. And this game's like you blow up buildings, and if you don't like blowing up buildings, like buddy, this ain't your fucking game. It's like a little bit better. A little bit more interesting in my eyes, I guess. But that's coming from somebody who paid very little money for that game and not paying $60 for. You know, I bought one $60 game and God, I can't remember the last $60 game I bought, to be fair. Trying to think. I don't buy a lot of full price video games, especially now that I play a lot of PC. I'm very sweaty. In case you're wondering. Also, my allergies are bad again. So my nose keeps itching. It's all going real well. This guy's in his little house. I know you're in there. I can see you walking around. Oh, missed him. A hard save.
I'm sure I heard something.
Too high. He's coming downstairs. Oh shit. That's not good. This dude's gonna stomp my head in.
Anybody there? How dare you? You won't get the best of me.
Is that him? Oh, I was gonna say. What the fuck is it down here? Little spot that I can burn him, right? Got him. I forgot I built a pretty okay destruction guy. We didn't come here for mercy. We came here for you to get murdered. I hate to break it to you. Them's the rules. Okay, there was a chest key. Excuse me. I assume it's in his room. Maybe not. Hey, all right. That was worth it. That proved worth it. Okay. Hide boots and yeah. Nah. Imperial officer helmet. Yes. No, because yeah, not for 2. We're gonna drop that because I have the big thing. That is a man's face. We don't need that. We definitely don't need that. We don't need that. We need this dwarven armor though, and we don't need that. That's worth a lot of money. There we go. Hehehe. Just we out here Skyrim. We sky women. There was a chest I was looking for. Also, hello, Matt. Hope all is well. There's Harger's journal. Does it tell me where his chest is? No. Jari Ra is up to something big. In case you didn't know. In case you wanted to know. Jari Ra is up to something big. I feel like pulling the arrows out of the practice target is kind of like picking up the cigarette butts and smoking them. Not that I would do that, that's gross, but you got to be pretty desperate for looking for an arrow. Here's all that shit I dropped. Well, we may not find his chest today. Yeah, I killed Mr. Skyrim, and he said, it's me, Todd Howard. And I said, shouldn't you be working on Starfield? He said, nah, we're gonna delay it again, don't worry. And I said, aight. I give it. That game's gonna get delayed. I think it'll be like another month, and then it'll start to be rumored. I feel like it's not coming. I think it's next month. I think it's either. Oh, there it is. Nope. Yeah. Okay, I found it. I think it's either next month or. These are heavy. It's either next month or November. I could be wrong. It looks okay. It's gonna be day 1 on Gamepass, so I'll play it. It'll be probably the only game from 2022 that I've played. That's not true. I played Grid Legends the other day. Never mind. Just okay.
Oh, is it February? Okay, I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. Starfield release dates. Oh yeah, it is 2023. Okay, never mind. It'll come out then. Yeah, I think that's not unreasonable. I thought it was this year for some reason. That's Redfall. Redfall's in like a month. Shifted to unknown 2023. That's always a good sign. So July. No, when did Fallout 4 came out? Like September. So I would say like exactly a year from now, I think Starfield will come out. That would be my guess. No, Redfall got bumped to next year too. Never mind. I'm way off. Yeah, that's right. But I'm being thrown off because of the Xbox showcase this year at not E3. Diet E3 was all in the heavily in air quotes next 12 months. Every game in it, which I think is a good idea, but I don't think it's accurate by any means. Yeah, and Redfall was going to be this year, and then they bumped it. So that's a game that I would like to play. And I think it's 4-player co-op too. But yeah, it's just enough to push my need to get an Xbox until next year. And even then, I'm like, I don't really need it. How do I get out of here without dying? Yeah, unless they start like really talking about like Awoken's gonna drop like a Beyonce album, like I think I'll be all right. I think that's what that's called. Avowed, not Awoken. Avowed, the new Obsidian first-person RPG that they've said nothing about, but enough for me to give it a try with them having an actual budget. Okay, I'm gonna get some money from this Jarl. That'll be 2024 minimum. Yeah, I think so too. Enemies are nearby? Listen, that's just a wolf. Yeah, that'll be 2024 minimum, I agree. Which is just enough time for me to play and possibly enjoy Pillars of Eternity, a game I played like 4 hours of, because it's in the same universe. I played like 4 hours of and was like, this is alright. Yeah, it was nothing. Yeah, that's a good point. Which usually means nothing. What's up? Yeah, and that's been a couple years, though. Oh, hey, man. I'm just trying to be pals. Just not a friendly town. Yeah, we've had one meeting about this game. Yeah, I know Obsidian, so it's like we've played one meeting of a tabletop game of this, because they laid out Pillars of Eternity like in a tabletop format, and I was like, and then they like built their dungeons and stuff around that, and you can definitely feel that, and it doesn't leave a lot to be desired, but like it feels bigger and a little bit more less Bethesda-y, I should say. The only cool upcoming game is Splatoon. Are you? Is that? I thought that was out. Splatoon is one of those ones like Fire Emblem Three Houses where I'm like, I wish you had a demo because I think you'd like this, but you'll never drop in price, so I'm never gonna pay this much. Oh, it comes out Friday. Okay. Ooh, what's today? Tuesday? I always feel like there's a thing, and because people are talking about how there might be a Nintendo Direct here soon. I always feel like there's a moment in a lot of newer Nintendo Directs where they're like, we just released whatever, and I feel like having a moment where it's like, we just released Splatoon, and the upcoming Direct would be exactly what happens. But I don't want to go there. Skyrim. trying to beat Live Alive before it comes out, but I'm busy this week. How do you like Live Alive? That one does have a demo, but I haven't checked. I haven't been on my Switch in so long. And it looked really cool, but it also looked a little bit like a game like that a lot of people were like, oh, this is cool specifically because it was never translated into English, and then you actually play it and you're like, eh. I'm curious because from what I've seen, like the way that it plays with combat, it sounds really cool. Also, I can't believe you'd say that Splatoon is the only cool upcoming game when we're like 2 months out from Dragon Quest Treasures. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Gonna get some money from this Jarl. It's cool so far, but it seems like it needs to come together at the end to really know. Yeah, I could definitely see that. What the frick is what? What I'm drinking?
Strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always...
If you're asking what I'm drinking, and I haven't told anybody yet, it is a gross... It's okay. It's a blueberry lemonade hard cider from Blake's Cider Company. Because I got their lemonade stuff, and it was good. Let me see if it looks like super weird on the camera. Yeah, oh, sorry. I hadn't done a can check anyways, so we got the can check in. Dragon Quest Treasures, yeah, it's Eric's character. It's a game about Eric and his sister, and Eric's my favorite character in Dragon Quest 11.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragon Bridge. I've done my part. Dragon Bridge will have extra guards. Folk Firebeard will find a way to take care of the cave. All right.
Do you have business with the court?
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
Yeah,
Excellent. You've done us a great service.
I like the Dragon Quest builders, but I've only played the demo, which the demo is like 10 hours. But I feel like this guy's giving me a quest.
I am the Jarl's steward. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let
but yeah, it looks a little bit more like adventure-y and action-y, and I think that the world of Dragon Quest could like really benefit from having a little bit more of that. You know, something kind of looty and Zelda-y, which I think is what it's supposed to be. You know, if I keep tagging on -Y onto video games, people will know what I'm talking about.
I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. Feel free to return to me with questions.
Yeah, Tunic. Yeah, Tunic's on Gamepass, and it's what you call theirware a little bit, where I'm like, I look at it and I go, I think it's on Gamepass. I'll be like, I'll get to it eventually. But I've heard it compared to Dark Souls just enough to dissuade me from having a want. I keep gotten like fucking gotta fix my goddamn. Gotta fix my quests. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just got just enough people comparing it to Dark Souls to kind of dissuade me from really wanting to get involved at all. If I go this fucking way again, I'm gonna get stuck in the world again. I know it. Fine. Have you played it though? Like, you again?
Take care with those flames.
Excuse me? Supposedly it's like older Zelda, but there's something weird about it because people keep saying don't look anything up about it, just play it. Oh, I know what the thing is. I'm not gonna tell you. Oh, bumped my mic. I know what the thing is, but and it's cool. The hook, but it's not enough to make me go, yes, I shall play this. You know what I mean? I hate the fucking padding in this game, I swear to God. Yeah, Tunic was like the game for a little bit. Like I feel like on Twitter, and especially like week to week, there will be like a game, like the game that people are playing. Sometimes it's an indie game, sometimes it's not. For like most of this year, it was Elden Ring. Oh fucking hell! I'm definitely going the wrong way. Yeah, I could see it being a game that you go, this is exactly my thing. It's just, it's not a roguelike, but like, I feel like you have a pretty good tolerance for like you play a lot of like Binding of Isaac and stuff like that. So I kind of picture like your tolerance for indie games might be in line with that. Not tolerance, but you get what I mean. Oh yeah, probably not as cool as Power Wash Them. Is that the first person one? Because I've seen that one looking real janky on occasion. Also, still probably real therapeutic, I will say. I watched somebody play. I think it's called either Lawn Simulator or Lawnmower Simulator. Look badass. Oh, it's pretty nice. No memes. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. Is it bad that game reminds me of Slime Rancher a little bit? Like, I take a look at it and I'm like, this looks like the kind of the same vibe. Man, I tell you what, when you can't sprint in this game, hell on earth. My palms are sweaty, man. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Ooh, we did it again. This is like the third time this stream I've gone up this same road. Fourth. I picked up Immortals Phoenix Rising the other day because every time around Labor Day I'm like, I'm gonna play a game I've been meaning to play, and I played it and it was okay. Definitely okay, and I can't bring myself to delete it from my hard drive, you know, because I don't have a lot of room. Yeah, it's by you. Yeah, exactly. So for me with Ubisoft in particular, it's like, do I like this? I'm like, I don't think so. Just a skeleton boy, just a skeleton living his best life out here until I crushed him. Smash. Yeah. My tolerance for Ubisoft is like in the toilet. I can't think of the last time they made like a really good game. I am cautiously optimistic about Assassin's Creed Mirage because I keep going, it's influenced by the old ones, and I'm like, good. It's not. Hopefully, it won't be 97 hours, but I'm sure it will be because, again, that's how we make video games these days. But yeah, I think that Immortals in particular, the reason why I keep playing it is like, it's a little bit like Mario plus Rabbids, where like there's like an inkling of like somebody actually wanted to make it. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't bought one for even remotely close to full price in so long. Excuse me, Tolkien didn't want there to be women dragger. Sorry. Yeah, I always, oh fucking hell. Yeah. Oh, my thing is just like they make the same fucking game. And like and like again, like that's why what I like about yeah, Far Cry 5 is. I played Far Cry 5 for my video that I'm working on. Because I needed like footage of the base stuff, and I was like, I think this has it, and of course it does, because like nothing's changed about Far Cry for so long. Yeah, you would have to be hard pressed for me to really jump in on be excited for a Ubisoft game. White cat appeared tonight on the patio. Really pretty white cat on hold on, I gotta check this because there's a white cat running around. He's cute. I'm worried about him. Let me see if this is the one. That's pretty far from me. I think that's him though. Poor guy. Yeah, I think the one that did it in for me was where I would just like never buy one new was Assassin's Creed 3, I believe it was. Because it's just like, it was such a, you know, such a mess of a game, frankly. And like, I'd played Revelations and I was like, because that was the thing, was I used to be really into Assassin's Creed. Like, actually knew the story, you know, which is just, hey man. You want to get a bow to the face? Is he stuck? What's going on here? He's stuck. Yeah. And like, you know, just to kind of like completely fall off of it with just what feels like a fake ending in also, they're just like terrible people. You know what I mean? Like if they made bad games, like that's why I'm so dead. I feel like he's stun locking me a little bit. You're going first, and then you. It's too big for me to carry. I feel like, and I could be wrong, this guy right here is somebody who's gonna kick my ass. Just a thought. Just a little gut instinct. Oh, yeah. I was right. Say what you will. I was right. Also, I don't know why it didn't let me shout. God, my palms are sweaty. Yeah, those are published. Those are Obsidian, I believe. At least the first one is. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it was Ghost Recon. Oh, one of the Ghost Recons, the new Ghost Recons, was just so bad, and like just no attempt to cover up being the same type of game that the one game that Ubisoft does now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sure this isn't very exciting to watch. Oh, my phone shut off. I couldn't see the chat. Oh, why did it stop playing? Did I stop playing? No, I'm still going. Getting distracted. No, I wanted that. Right. Let me try this. Yeah, just play Japanese Square Enix games. Boom, easy, no bad games. Yo, real shit. Oh, I have to do magic to fight it back. I'll have to try to heal myself the rest of the way. And then go and burn. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Live Alive. Yeah, especially if they're on the Switch, it seems like. Though I guess people didn't love Octopath, but nonetheless, we're gonna grab a potion of a little bit of. We're gonna do a little bit of a quick save. We're gonna do a little bit of doubling up on this. That fucking flame guy keeps. Okay, almost got it. So I want to let you know, every time I'm on Game Pass, I hover longer and longer on Avengers. Avengers, Marvel's Avengers. That's a Square Enix West game, though, so it doesn't really count. No, Sparks and Dwarven Mace should get it. We're gonna take this coin purse. We're gonna take this rabbit haunch. Someone's got to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of seems like that kind of thing where it's like, hold on, we're gonna kill this guy real quick. No, not Sparks. We're gonna, what? Yeah. Don't you heal? Got him. There's probably another one down there. Yeah, like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like people are like, oh, it leaked people's IP addresses, and it did all this, and I'm like, sure, it's fine, sure, it's okay. Oh, does this do more damage, really? Okay, I guess I'll take it. What? What was it? Honed Nord Mace. Mr. Skeleton. I feel like there's gonna be a crappy twist to this quest. Clear out Wolf Skull Cave. Not yet. Oh no. There's still a whole nother section. What the hell?
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer.
We're gonna hard save here. This. Yeah, they kind of like. Yeah, they tried at least.
We summon Potema.
I feel like this is a boss. That was good. That was also good. Do you see it cut to the cutscene where I got him and then it didn't let me get him? Because I did. Ugh. They're still over here summoning this person. I feel like they should be. Yeah, they relaunched it. They tried again because fucking Square Enix lost like a gajillion dollars on that game. I feel like because it just got such a bad rap. But it's one of those ones where it's like, how do you come back from that? Is this the way I came? How did I come from this way? Yeah, I came from that way. Ooh. You didn't see shit, man. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Second time it's done that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just really worried about just getting killed and then having to redo this whole fight. Especially because I'm coming up on the end of how long I can stream. But yeah, and then I don't know, for some reason I don't have any interest in playing Guardians, but I do Avengers, and I think it's because I like those characters more. I feel like I'm gonna get stuck in a shitty boss battle here. Looking more and more likely. So the fact that the Draugr are tougher than the... Really... Here they come. I can see them coming down the stairs. Yeah, people liked Guardians a lot, I felt like. At least the people I knew that were talking about. And so I'm like, oh my god, there's so many fucking people here. Jesus Christ. This better not be a boss battle. Why am I moving so slow? Yeah, people kind of liked Guardians, and it sounded like it did a lot of things right. Hey. Oh, these things are sapping my in. Yeah, and Guardians is on Gamepass now too. Thank you. I mean, not necessarily a reaction of fear. I mean, more so like I kind of understand that I will probably end up playing it at some point, but also that, yeah, it probably didn't get any of the attention or development that it deserved.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
I have a complicated relationship with Game Pass. Like, I like having free games. It reminds me of renting stuff. I'm curious why you have a reaction to it of fear though, especially since you seem like somebody who buys a lot more games than anything. I'm gonna quick save again just in case. I feel like this is gonna be a mess. Oh no, something went horribly wrong with that game. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I could see that. I don't think that's unreasonable. Yeah, I guess I can't think of one that came out like recently. Just wish, man, that the wizarding was a little bit better in this game. Anyways. Yeah, I can't think of it. I guess I can't think of one that came out on Game Pass that was like Back for Blood, Halo Infinite. God, there's another one. Outer Worlds came there first day one. Yeah, I can see, I definitely see where you're coming from. Definitely potentially a mess. A mess waiting to happen. Okay. Well, I murdered all those religious folk. Yeah, the third party stuff I can definitely see. Yeah. Oh God, Back for Blood. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess the main appeal for me at least, and the stuff that I mean, I don't play a lot of stuff day one anyways. My brain just doesn't work that way. Notice how Elden Ring and shit wasn't on there. Yeah. Was Elden Ring?
Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny.
Oh, this is the Daedric quest I did. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I can't think of a good game that came to Game Pass day one that wasn't Microsoft.
But the token of my truth lies buried
They
in
own
the
so
ruins
much
of
now
one
too.
once
That's the problem.
great temple, now tainted
Oh, no.
by a profane darkness
good point.
skittering within.
I also think that they give space. I think if they come later, I should say. I think they give space for games like I don't think I would have played. I probably wouldn't have played Control. You know, a large portion of games that I play on Game Pass are games I probably wouldn't have played otherwise. And like Control, like for example, like made me appreciate Remedy a lot more. They were a studio I hadn't really played anything of.
You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the Defiler.
I'll do it.
Of course you will. Go now. The artifact must be
Oh, my legs hurt.
And Malkarin,
They're not like they usually do.
force the door shut. But this is my temple, and
Yeah, I would be curious to hear some examples because, yeah, but I also think that like PlayStation's response to it, like I think that Game Pass has like fundamentally shifted how the industry works, and again has kind of made for a place for games that occupy the same space that renting did for me when I was younger. But I think that PlayStation's response to it has been kind of disappointing at minimum. Just awkward at max. Yeah, in fact, Matt, in order to wait on your examples, I will walk. Just because I'm curious. Also, yeah, that Back for Blood debacle is just embarrassing, I feel like. I kind of can't believe that people got fooled again by Turtle Rock. Like, for different reasons this time, but nonetheless.
You're interfering with official Tholmor business.
Okay.
Move along.
Okay. I'm moving.
Need a ride? See ya.
See ya. Under the Day One tab, it's too many Microsoft games or games that came out a decent amount of time ago, but are new to console. Yeah. I can see that too. I mean, Grid Legends came like... Excuse me, I keep rubbing my nose. Grid Legends came like pretty recently, and it was one that came out this year and didn't do well, at least financially. Yeah, I'd be curious for a list. In fact, I'll look. On Game Pass. All of the Xbox Game Pass Day One games released so far. Continue without disabling. Gears Tactics, Grounded, Outer Worlds, Crackdown, Wasteland Remastered. Yeah, those are first to console. Forza Horizon 4. Third-party Day One Xbox game releases. Hypnospace Out. Are these... Yeah, these are Day One. Yeah. Dragon Quest 11 is on PC. Lonely Mountain. Carrion was one that people didn't really love. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance was one that people really didn't like. Crusader Kings 3 people were liked, which is up on my playlist. Yeah, Call of the Sea. Yeah, you're not far off. That was a lot of games that left day one. West of Dead was one that was pretty bad. People didn't like. My friend Pedro was okay. Yeah, I don't think you're far off by any means. Sable. This is an older article. Sable was one. Oh, The Medium. Yeah, The Medium. You're right. Yeah. 12 Minutes was one. Oh God, 12 Minutes was a fuck up. Yeah, and yeah, I was gonna say Atomic Heart has been announced day one for Game Pass, and I really think that game looks good. And it's kind of unfortunate that I probably won't like it. This guy wants a coin for the veterans.
Take my advice. Never gamble. Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old. He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do.
See if I can't grab any quests around here.
I have no business with you.
I have no business with you. Okay, buddy.
Seems there's Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Yeah, the way I viewed Game Pass in particular.
Hello. Welcome to the center of the world. Or at least my brother Eric.
Is just that it's... Yeah, exactly. I think the Game Pass for me is like the same thing as like buying a World of Warcraft subscription was like 15 years ago.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got
Okay, well I didn't talk to you. Okay, lady, you're being a little forward there. Where like I'm paying a subscription for Sea of Thieves, Forza, and I guess yeah, the Master Chief Collection, where these games that I would play like semi-regularly at any given interval, you know, and it's just all being pulled together like insurance that I might play one, you know.
Got lots of things to take care of.
But
what do you need?
just something to, I don't know. I think that's how it works. Is it's kind of like banking on you not playing, like an insurance policy, like banking on you not playing a game for a month.
Wonderful. My daughter Fura was assigned to White. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
I'm picking up some quests for next time, is what I'm doing. This sounds pretentious, but I know my gaming tastes too well, so I don't need to rent games anymore. I just don't buy obvious crap. Yeah, I guess that's kind of my thing, is just like, I don't know, like a game that could sound exactly like my shit is just like, has led me astray enough times to not really feel confident. The only games that I buy that are like brand new, like $60 games, are typically Nintendo games, and that's just because I know they'll never drop in price. All right, Matt. Oh, we get it. Somebody has disposable income. No, I could see that. Yeah, and that's kind of why I like it, because it makes me kind of nostalgic for being 13 and having all of these games, but not every game that I want to play, being like kind of limited by the systems at hand. But again, could be done better, could be done a lot worse, and it is currently being done a lot worse by PlayStation, I think. But Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, though I do think I'm getting a little bit better. I will say, I think I'm getting a little bit better at picking what I like and what I don't like. I can't think of a specific example off the top of my head. I'll have to look at my... What were my games so far this year that I really enjoyed? Like, I knew that I would like Sea of Thieves, and I ended up really liking Sea of Thieves. Like, yeah. This isn't giving me a lot of confidence. I haven't played a lot of new stuff recently. Like, I guess, like, I know, like, what kind of driving games in particular that I will like nowadays a lot more. Like, I used to really struggle when I got back. Really? You haven't played Sea of Thieves again? We talked about getting together over Labor Day, and then it didn't pan out. But yeah, like driving games in particular, like I used to really struggle trying to find the games that I liked, and now I can kind of tell, you know, and that's mostly because there's only a handful of them.
You've returned.
But
Good.
oh, my cat's crying.
What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave? Portema herself. Please tell. You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Portema. I shudder at the thought. You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave?
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Anyone with a stout heart like yours is welcome here.
There's something...
Oh, I will say I after the last time we played Sea of Thieves, I played some solo.
Falk told me
and tried to go on a quest and got chased for 20 minutes. Got killed 3 times, and then I was just like, and I like literally was just like, I just uninstalled it. So I was just like, I'm not. This made me mad enough that I'm like, nah, it's okay.
I would like you to take an item of his, a war horn handed down from his father, and place it at a shrine of Talos.
This game really needs a skip dialogue.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me.
Also a woman Jarl. That's nice.
Please address all questions to the steward.
All right. I have some quests for next time. I think I know what how I'm gonna go next time. I'm finally hitting the stride a little bit, and I'm enjoying this. So I think we'll see what happens. Hopefully on Mondays. If anybody else is still here, I can't see how many people are watching. It's just me and my screen, and Matt. So I'm gonna try and do this again, but yeah, I just don't want to meme on solo. I'll just play Fortnite for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, if you ever want to play, we can get the crew together again, and we'll go from there. But I should hard save just so I don't forget. We're just gonna make a new save. But yeah. All right, Matt. I am out of here. I will talk to you soon. If anybody else is still hiding, thank you so much for watching. I have to hit the button though, so yeah. Yeah. This has been the Autumn of Skyrim.